Hi everybody, this is Music on Fire 10. I'm coming to you today with a response video to a video that was called 9-month-old gets a relaxer. Now I just found this video on Facebook, and me and several other people on the I think it's We Grow Natural page, I'm not sure, but I know it's a wonderful Facebook page all for and by naturals. And so one natural woman came online and talked about a baby girl that she met who was 3 years old and had gotten a relaxer. So I wanted to come and talk about that. Okay, so some of you may know I'm a future pediatrician. I love children. I've known I was going to be a pediatrician since I was very small. And I work with children all the time. I have my own tutorial business, and I also work at Kumon La Vista. But this is not a commercial, so I'll stop all of that and just get to the point. A lot of the standards of beauty that we talk about every day, white standards of beauty, this and that, I don't always think that it's someone else's fault. I kind of think that, myself personally, it's your own fault, not fault, but it's your own business, what you view as beautiful and what you don't view as beautiful. A lot of times in society we talk about how dark skin or light skin, blah blah blah, straight hair, not so straight hair, different things like that are considered beautiful while others aren't. And a lot of that I feel like are remnants of slavery when we were taught that. But sometimes I feel like there is no excuse for us to still believe that, because I personally do not go around believing things like that. I don't go around saying good hair, bad hair, and this and that and things like that. But some people do, based on the way that they're raised. And when you think about it, maybe it isn't fair or just to judge them. However, I do feel that those thoughts are very detrimental, and I especially feel that they're detrimental when they're passed down on and on and on, and nothing is being done to actually help people like that. In other words, you see, okay, fine, you're giving yourself perms and things like this because you think it's the right way to do it, or you think it's beautiful, but in the long run, is it really helping you? So your hair is straight, but is it growing? You can't scratch your head because you'll have sores in it if you put the perm on your hair. To me, that's detrimental. To me, that's suicidal. Like, that is killing yourself softly. The things that are in perms, many of you saw the movie Good Hair. If you put an aluminum can in the chemicals that are in perms, the lye, it destroys the can. So think about what it's doing to your scalp. And on top of that, think about what it would do to a 9-month-old baby. First of all, babies, I know a couple of them, you know, like all of the ones that I know have incredibly soft hair and little to no hair. Like, most of them don't have very much hair. You don't really have to do much to it to style it. Babies don't really care about style, okay? And I know people know, like, I don't even have a baby, and I know this. Like, I do not think it's healthy for us as black women. Personally, I don't think it's healthy for people to get perms. I used to get perms. I got perms up until, I don't even know when I started, but I know that I was not that young. And one thing I remember that led me back to getting one, I was in, I believe, the 5th grade. And I remember a boy making fun of me. Like, I remember this to this day. And I was like the shyest, like, child ever. But he made fun of me about the fact that I didn't have a perm. And from then I was like, okay, well, I need to get a perm. Not even thinking about, I did not like this dude. He was not intelligent. He was not good looking. I mean, you're in the 5th grade, so everybody's cute, but whatever. Like, I didn't even like him. So I don't, you know what I mean? But like, that was when I was a child. And so my mom decided, okay, fine, she can get a perm. Since then, I've learned so much more about myself and my natural hair state. I love my hair the way it is now. I do not force my natural hair beliefs on anyone else, but I do feel as if people who live by the standard, one of the standards that people are always saying, it hurts to be beautiful. I do believe people who say that, even if it is in a joking manner, that is not something to joke about, and I don't believe it's true. You do not need to hurt yourself sitting for hours on end with chemicals on your hair that is steadily burning your hair out, damaging your follicles so that your hair will not grow back years later. You do not need to do things like that to yourself to appear beautiful to someone who is outside of you, because that is desecrating, what we call desecrating the shrine. Like, that is to me an abomination. Like, it is not safe and it is not good. Now, I'm not necessarily bashing people who have perms, because I've heard people on YouTube who talk about the safe way to do perms. If you want your hair straight, that is good for you, because like, you're doing it in a safe way. But many of the ways that people go about getting perms, even when they're going to a professional, we found that they're not safe. So why would you take a baby to get a perm? Like, that's the thing that I don't understand at all, why someone would take a baby, because as I said, their hair is already super soft in the first place. But I just wanted to come with this video. I'm not trying to insult anybody, I just have to put my opinion out there, and I'm really trying to let people know, like, your natural hair is not something to be afraid of. It's not something to be ashamed of. And however you wear your hair is your own business. But I do believe that we as black women, as leaders, I do believe black women are leaders, need to make sure that our daughters know that their hair is beautiful the way it is. So that, fine, if you do grow up and decide to get a perm, make sure that you do it the safe way, because you are beautiful and you cannot damage yourself this way. It does not hurt to be beautiful. And if we want them, you know, or if they want to grow up and have natural hair, we need to have information for them to have that as well. So it needs to be both ways. But for crying out loud, like, I've heard of many people who take their new babies to get perms, and I've never heard a success story about it. I've never heard of the baby like looking too much different, because their hair is already super soft and straight anyway. Like, they just got here. Don't terrorize them. My God, like, leave them alone. But anyway, that is what I'm saying, and I hope I'm actually able to upload this video today, because I'd like to see what people have to say about it. And that is all. Thank you.